But I want to kind of expand on what Riley was saying. What I was trying to say is that getting a girl shouldn't be your final goal. Getting a supercar shouldn't be your final goal. Getting rich shouldn't be your final goal. Bailey said getting money, getting bitches, getting pussy. None of that should be your final goal. That's just stuff that happens along the way of the path of your journey to your destination. The truth is there is no final destination. The final destination is what you make of it. Some people would stop what they're doing once they achieve those goals. I'm just not that kind of person. That's the difference between me and most people. And if you really notice, almost all of the really successful people have the same mindset that I'm explaining to you right now. Like, hyper ambitious people, it's not even about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about the battle, the fight, working towards your goal against all odds. And I know that one day when I become a very big streamer, or not, look, yeah, you know what? I am going to say it. Fuck it. I am going to say it. When I become a very big streamer, I'm going to look back and say, you know what? I made it out the mud myself. I locked in and I got on camera every single day, whether I wanted to do it or not, every single day. And I put in the time, I put in the effort, and that's the reason I'm here. No handouts. Now there might be some handouts on the way. Yo, Jack Pepper, thank you for joining the stream. There might be some handouts on the way, but overall, I still put in the time. And that's all that matters. A guy like me, there's people that their whole life, they never even get to my base accomplishments. My base accomplishments. Some people, my base accomplishments is the end game of their life. Having a supercar, getting a supercar, or being able to afford a supercar. Having a career where you make 6 figures. Traveling, speaking 2 languages, like all the stuff that I do just as my base standard Scott, the default base level, base model, entry level Scott Leonard, like my tier 1. Some people, that's not their tier 1 at all. Sometimes some people, that's their they don't even reach that goal. Some people work their entire lives and they never accomplish half that stuff that I've accomplished. And I'm just telling you guys the material stuff. I'm not even telling you about the other stuff or any of my life experiences. So that's what separates me from the common person, and it goes back to when I was doing the restreaming. I used to call it reacting. Oh, I'm reacting to this content creator live, but let's keep it a buck. I was basically restreaming at that point. It goes back to when I was restreaming. A lot of people would have just settled at doing that. But I thought to myself, why would I convert my content into the admiration of the greatness of other people when I can be great myself? You're limiting yourself. You shouldn't see it. You shouldn't see it as, oh man, well, I'm never going to get to this level, so I might as well cover other people. No, fuck that. Fuck that, chat. I am going to get to that level. Who's going to stop me? Who the hell's going to stop me? I am going to get to that level. And it goes back to what, who was saying this? Somebody was talking about Streamer University, and they were saying how they saw that all of the smaller streamers, when they were at Streamer University and there was some altercation happening, or the big streamers like DDG, Agent were doing something, they were recording what was happening. Instead of turning the camera around and focusing it on themselves and interjecting themselves into the situation, they were just witnessing the situation and filming it. And he was saying that was them missing the opportunity right there and then. And it really is. That's the way I see it too. You're missing the opportunity right there and then because you're there. If you're there, why are you going to be a witness instead of a participant? Like, I don't want to linger in the shadow of greater people, bro. I don't. Like, looking up to greater, aspiring to reach the shadows of greater men. Like, I'm not that guy. Like, I'm the guy who's going to come out here and do it myself. I'm going to be that guy. And if other people want to restream me or react to my content, then go at it. Do it. But I refuse to be the guy in the shadows, the guy who props other people up. Not going to do it. And that's the main reason why I stopped. And some people will say, oh, that's ego. That's ego. This guy has a hell of an ego on him. Look at him. Look what he's saying. And goddamn right I have an ego. Why would I not have an ego? And in this world to succeed, you have to have an ego. You have to have an ego. That's number one. You need to be delusional. That's number two. And you need to be disciplined. That's number three. That's the way I see it.